Neutralizing, which is a form and or a part of alchemization. This is the in-between. Neutralizing would be stabilizing or leveling out. Emotional regulating. How well do you handle seemingly no movement, no action, no specifics in the progression? Yes, this is possible with consistent people. What feelings does it bring? Is it boring? Anxiety, impatience, irritability? Worry about what's next? Worry about what might not even happen in the future? Or what has happened in the past? This is not presence. Neutralizing obviously doesn't make what has been go away. It merely stabilizes the process to emotionally make sense. It stabilizes confusion. It keeps us in a safe space for the mind. Toxic and anxious people, or those who surround themselves with such, quickly lose or give away their in-between moments. In presence, we do not and are not using time as a means of measurement. Due to insecurity, we rarely see people harnessing and harvesting their power, which is not here, which is done here. It's done here in the in-between. Insecurity is what has each mind making other their main character. Which is why people need to act like they are important instead of making themselves important by not giving brain power to the insecurities. Again, insecurities are what root disorder in. Insecurities are what root disorder in the mind, in the body, in this whole system. Insecurities. Facial and body dysmorphic disorder. Anyways. And the caring about how we are perceived. Thoughts of being accepted or manipulative, never being authentic, is plastering the mask on daily. Seeing, which is guessing, assuming, accusing without facts, without understanding, without curiosity, is giving our power to the unseen forces. There are many ways our in-between is stolen and given away. But this is where our power is poured out and or harvested. In the in-between. When you are manipulating. You are giving away your in-between, which is what makes up your presence, which is what is seen in the unseen. Like me. These moments are clouded and consumed with emotion and insecurity. No patience or observation, the body ages. Through the mind's overstimulation, stress, useless, non-factual information, stories, the emotional roller coasters which harvest addiction. So I'm saying that emotional roller coasters are what harvest your addictions. This is where it is easy to gaslight the self and other with negative thought patterns, where our lower force comes in and directs our conduction of our physical power. Lost power is everything not said, but also what is said. Lost power is in the lack of courage. Lost power is in the giving away in between moments. Lost power is in the given away in between moments. So like when you're driving and you're at a light, or when you're shopping for items and you're looking around at people. Or somebody drives by and you get annoyed, which I do often. Look, we all have our things. Anyway, so Okay, so lost power is in the given away in between moments. In deconstructing. Without love to reconstruct with is lost power. How heavy does time feel? Oop. I just started going to the next topic. It's over, huh? Nope. So, Brandy, why is it so important for us to maintain our in-between moments? So, basically, those moments compound over time. So, that means every time that you give your attention to somebody else, that is literally your presence going out to them. The self. The in-training or out-training of the self is done through outsourcing. So, if you go driving and you're enjoying the drive, but then all of a sudden, like, there's a lot of girls that are passing by and you just keep looking at them all and you're like giving away your time and attention and for free, well, over time you'll also want to mention to all you body snatchers, all you women out there who literally try to like embody other women, or men, all you men out there like watching the attention that they get and like so hard that you end up like taking on their mannerisms and stuff. It's not a good look. No. Your presence is going to them. Hear this. Me being the one you're always embodying or attempting to. I receive your power because I know how to alchemize it. You become my fertilizer that I grow in, that my flower grows in, that my stem flowers. What presence are you talking about, Brandy? The presence that you maintain when you walk in the room, where everyone looks at you, where it's not about status. They don't know what I have. All they see is what I am. I am when I walk in the room. Present myself, how I conduct myself. What am I there for, and am I doing it? Is that where my focus is? All of my moments are mine. I don't give my moments away for free. That's your time. And if it's so valuable to you, you will not give your time away for free. You will be charging. And it's going to be not necessarily money. And you'll have the right to do it. Have some value. You know what I'm saying? Like new value. Compounded in between moments given away is what creates the cluster B personality. Okay. I like that one. So yeah, like the in-between moments is where we will have our spidey senses on deck. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're relaxed. It's not hypervigilance. Everyone's in hypervigilance with their eyes wide open, looking at everything really big. Like they're terrified of like even allowing the eyelid to just relax. And there's reasons for that. You guys are crazy. Really maintained in between moments are the ones that I focus on, like in my car or when I'm shopping. When I was associating with family, more so I would like save it for them, so that when I was interacting with them, I could easily like maintain neutralizing like how I was feeling in the moments where they were acting funny. I don't hang out with them anymore, so it's relatively easy. Is given away, and oh my god, The last clip, I was combating giving myself out to this homeless looking man that keeps walking towards my car. Like, there's so much space, like, in front of my car and, like, away from my car, but he's just, like, walking straight towards my car, like, in line with my body to the side of my car. And then he goes over here, which is in the shade, okay? I understand, sure, whatever. But he's been doing it, like, over and over again, and so I said something. And it's like, dude, like, it's just, like, proximity and, like, where your body's facing, and it's, like, intimidating. Like, it's in my peripheral vision, and it's, like, over and over again. Like, no. And so, yeah, I was just combating. That was a moment. I was just, like, sedating myself or meditating myself. The homeless people, I'm just trying to describe what he looks like. If he was wearing, like, super, like, name brand stuff, I wouldn't think, like, or, like, and just, like, the way he's walking and stuff, it just, he looks like he's homeless, you know? Like, you'd be in a movie or something. Like a homeless man in a movie. Obviously, no offense to anybody that's homeless, again. Important facts in the in-between moments. Like, everyone of the cluster B is based on insecurity in their in-between moments. So that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about, oh my God, what is this person thinking about my face? Oh my God, what is this person thinking about my body? I don't have those thoughts when I'm talking to somebody because I'm present. I'm looking at them and I'm thinking in my head basically nothing. I'm just open to the words coming out of their mouth, which is like information. And then I just respond with other information. That's it. It's not emotional. It's not like combative. It's not like I'm never thinking about what they look like. If I have an emotional connection with somebody, I don't think about them emotionally. So even when I have a crush on somebody, I'm not emotionally investing into the fantasy. There might be like ideas of what I want for the future, and that's just with anybody I date. It's not like specifics with certain people. It stays the same. So like, what I'm trying to say is, when you're present, there's no space for insecurity. Like, I'm good either way. So I'm not going to give away my in-between moments to, you know, strangers. And that's basically what everyone is until you know them, until you actually talk to them. Like, I would never be, like, personally mad at anybody that didn't choose me to be with. Or, like, that just seems funny to me because the only thing we're investing in is an idea of what we think they're going to be like when we talk to them. But those in-between moments that we're like I know not to do that. Like the limerence and stuff, like logically I know. So emotionally I'm structured when thinking about it, if I do. If that makes sense to you. So presence is practiced, right? So each moment that we're alive does matter. It matters into form. It comes into form. To fruition. To fruition. Fruition. It's our fruits. Our fruits. So, there's a spider. Compounded in between moments is what creates the self. In toxic families and homes, the children, they lose their self through those moments where they're anxious about what's going to happen next. They're anxious about what's going to happen, what they're doing and what they should and shouldn't do and why, and jump when I say jump. You're in between moments away to your phone, which is what most people do, or social media. or competition, or jealousy and envy, all the lower states of emotion. Those are your in-between moments. That's why I meditate usually if I'm not doing anything, or I'm in my body regulating. The more compounded in-between moments where you're not speaking to anybody that are regulated are what compound to the strongest source, the strongest mind, the strongest presence everywhere you go. Like when I'm driving in the traffic, they listen to my music. They like are at my, whenever I'm listening to music, they all move to my beat. If I'm wanting to see it, if I'm in the mood for that to happen, which I can get into anytime I want. Because again, presence is practiced. That means years were consistently operated without any stolen or given away in between moments. Luckily, I have been by myself to accumulate and compound these special unseen forces. I can regulate and conduct their bodies when I'm conducting my own. I mean physically. And you guys are out here worried about having to try to figure out how to control people, or taking the word manipulation and acting like sometimes it's a good thing. It's not. It just isn't. There's just sharing, basically. Sharing what you think, your opinion. Look up the word manipulation. You'll see it's not a good thing. Just remember that lying is sin, and sin extracts power from within. And you can try to take the word manipulation and twist it all you want, but it is what it is. Or this dark feminine, you guys are trying to create a facade of being sexy. That's not what sexy is. You don't demonstrate evil. You save your evil moments. In traffic, you don't yell at people, or you aren't demanding all the time. You don't have this personality of I'm gonna humble you, or don't be humble, or whatever. That stuff it's draining your bodies and changing what you see in your reflection, how you feel about yourself, and what you see in your reflection. Even bullies online can consume your mind. Those are your in-between moments. So that's why I'm not going to be watching anybody. You guys can just listen. Moment to moment.